99% of people have NOCLUE, how to become wealthy. Guess what? You've been fed a pack of lies your whole life. Your parents, your teachers, and even those cringeworthy financial gurus screaming about crypto from their mom's garage on TikTok. They've all gotten it wrong. Becoming rich isn't about grinding harder, being born with a silver spoon, or even framing a fancy college degree on your wall. It's about mastering the rules of a game that 99% of people don't even know exists. So, if you're exhausted from wondering why your bank account is still screaming help despite doing everything right, strap in. By the end of this video, you're going to uncover the real secrets to building wealth. And trust me, it's not what you've been told. In fact, I'm about to break it all down into 10 brutal, eye-opening truth bombs that will completely rewire how you think about money and success. No fluff, no nonsense. Let's dive straight in. Truth number 1. Hard work alone isn't enough. But didn't they tell you it was? Let me hit you with a question. Have you ever spotted a janitor sipping cocktails on a yacht in the Maldives? Didn't think so? That's because here's the cold, hard reality no one slaps on an inspirational meme. Hard work is wildly overrated. Now, hold up. I'm not saying it's worthless. I'm saying it's not the golden ticket to riches. If hard work was the magic formula for wealth, every construction worker would be cruising on a private jet, right? The 99% of people out there were raised on a comforting but dangerous lie. Work hard, and you'll make it big. But the truth is, hard work is just the entry fee. It's not the secret sauce. Think about it. Janitors, nurses, delivery drivers, they hustle harder than most, day in and day out. But are they stacking millions? Nope. Why? Because the rich don't trade their hours for dollars. They leverage other people's time, other people's money, and systems that churn out cash while they're dreaming of their next big move. Take Jeff Bezos, for example. He's not sweating in an Amazon warehouse packing your Prime order. He built a system that runs 24/7, printing money while he's off planning to colonize Mars. The mistake 99% of people make. They believe money is earned in a straight line. More hours equals more cash. More sweat equals more rewards. More exhaustion equals more respect. That's a poor person's mindset. The wealthy operate on a different equation. Money equals value multiplied by scale, amplified by leverage. You can scrub floors at 3 a.m. and still stay broke because value isn't about effort, it's about impact. A teenager creating viral memes on Instagram can build more financial leverage in 6 months than someone juggling 2 jobs for a decade. Why? Because value scales, manual labor doesn't. So if grinding harder isn't the answer, what is? Let's dig deeper. Truth number 2. You need assets, not just paychecks. Let's keep it real for a second. If paychecks were the path to riches, every 6-figure salaried employee would be a multimillionaire. Spoiler alert, they're not. Why? Because income is fleeting, but assets are forever. Assets are like your personal financial army. They work tirelessly, never take a day off, and don't demand a coffee break. They silently deposit money into your life while you're binge-watching Netflix or scrolling through cat videos. So what qualifies as an asset? Anything that puts cash in your pocket without you lifting a finger. Think rental properties that send you monthly checks, dividend-paying stocks that drip cash like a slot machine, or YouTube videos that keep earning ad revenue while you sleep. Online businesses, ebooks, digital courses, even vending machines or laundromats. If it's generating income without your constant involvement, that's an asset. But here's where most people go wrong. They chase promotions, beg for overtime, or cling to the illusion of job security. They build their entire financial future around a paycheck, which is always one layoff, one injury, or one crisis away from vanishing. The rich? They build their lives around cash flow. One asset creates one income stream. 10 assets? That's the foundation of financial freedom. Speaking of assets, let me pause to tell you that this channel is 100% dedicated to helping you achieve financial independence by investing in the right assets to go from middle-class struggle to unstoppable wealth. Hit that subscribe button and join our community to get the full playbook. Now, I hear you thinking, but what if I don't have the cash to buy assets yet? That's where most people hit a wall and give up. But the rich? They use leverage to smash through that barrier. Which brings us to the next truth. Truth number 3. You don't need money to make money. You need leverage. I'm so tired of hearing the myth that it takes money to make money. That's like saying you need six-pack abs before you can step into a gym. What you really need is leverage. Here's what the wealthy leverage. Time. They pay others to handle tasks. Attention. They build audiences that convert. Credit. They borrow strategically, not recklessly. And technology. They automate and scale. Real-world example. A broke college kid built a $1 million faceless YouTube channel using free editing software, ChatGPT for scripts, and stock footage. No startup capital, just leverage, creativity, and persistence. Speaking of persistence, the next truth is a silent dream killer for most people chasing wealth. Truth number 4, consistency trumps talent every single time. Let's be honest, talent is glamorous, but consistency is what gets you paid. You've seen it. The genius who never finishes anything ends up broke, while the average person who shows up like clockwork quietly stacks cash. Talent is just potential. Consistency is leverage in action. You could be the most gifted person on the planet, but if you only work when you're in the mood, you'll get lapped by someone who refuses to quit. Success isn't about what you do once in a while. It's about what you do day in, day out. Take the $10 rule, for example. Saving $10 a day for 10 years sounds boring, right? But invest that in an index fund with compound interest, and you're looking at over $60,000 from pocket change. Now imagine applying that same relentless consistency to creating content, learning skills, building side hustles, or investing. That's the millionaire blueprint. The problem? The 99% crave excitement. They chase motivation, hunt for shortcuts, and fall for get-rich-quick hacks. The 1%? They build habits. They show up even when it's boring. They fall in love with the grind, not just the glory. But what if you're putting in the work, staying consistent, and still not getting ahead? That's because most people are playing defense with their money, while the rich play offense. Let's unpack that next. Truth number 5. Rich people don't just save, they multiply. Remember when your grandma told you, "Save your pennies, dear"? It's sweet advice, but if saving alone made you rich, every frugal coupon clipper would be lounging in a mansion. Here's the harsh truth. You can't save your way to wealth in a world where inflation chews through 3 to 7% of your cash every year like it's at an all-you-can-eat buffet. Saving is playing defense. Your savings account earns a pathetic 0.01% interest while inflation punches you at 5% or more annually. That means your money is shrinking while it sits there. The 99% think, if I just hoard enough cash, I'll be safe. The 1% think, how do I turn this $100 into $1,000, then $10,000? The wealthy treat money like employees. If your dollars are chilling in a savings account doing nothing, they're fired. Send them to work in index funds, real estate, high-yield investments, or cash-flowing businesses. That's how the rich multiply their wealth, not just preserve it. Quick analogy. Saving is like filling a bucket with a leak. Investing is like building a pipeline to a waterfall. One depletes over time, the other flows endlessly. But even if your money is working for you, the next truth explains why you might still look broke, and why the rich often look like they shop at thrift stores. Truth number 6. You don't need to look rich to get rich. Let's play a quick game. Spot the millionaire. Is it the guy flashing a Rolex, a Gucci belt, and a rented Lamborghini? Or the quiet person in a hoodie, scuffed sneakers, and a 10-year-old Toyota Corolla? Spoiler, it's almost always the second one. Welcome to the concept of stealth wealth. The rich don't need to flex because they're secure in their wealth. The 99% burn cash to signal status. $1, 500 designer bags, $800 iPhone upgrades, $600 monthly car payments. The 1%? They invest in $500,000 index funds, generate $5,000 a month in passive income, and flex nothing. This is the lifestyle inflation trap. The second most people earn more, they spend more to match. New job? New car. Tax refund. Trip to Bali. Bonus? Bottle service at the club. The rich resist this urge. They delay gratification to accelerate freedom. Looking rich might impress your broke friends, but being rich changes your family's legacy. Skip the latest Jordans and focus on financial margin, the gap between what you earn and what you keep. Keep that gap wide, invest the surplus, and flex in silence. But even stealth wealth won't help if you don't grasp the real game. The next truth is the ultimate cheat code. Wealth is just math. Truth number 7. Wealth is math, not magic. Let's strip away the mystery around getting rich. It's not some secret ritual or stroke of luck. It's pure, boring math. And the calculator doesn't care about your excuses. Here's a simple example. Invest $500 a month in an index fund averaging 10% annual returns. Do that for 30 years, and you're sitting on over $1 million. That's the unsexy millionaire formula nobody hypes on social media because it's not flashy enough for a 15-second reel. Why do most people miss it? Because the 99% are hooked on lottery tickets, meme stocks, and crypto moonshots, chasing this one trick to millions overnight. They want magic, not equations. But the 1% win by trusting boring math over emotional hype. The formula is straightforward. Wealth equals income minus expenses, multiplied by time, amplified by investments. That's the game. If you don't understand the math, you'll overspend, underinvest, panic sell during market dips, and chase shiny distractions that set you back years. Master the numbers, and let time do the heavy lifting. But what if you don't have decades to wait? The next truth is the ultimate wealth accelerator, and you can start today. Truth number 8. Skills are the new currency. Forget degrees, forget polished resumes. In today's world, skills pay the bills. Want to get rich faster? Don't hunt for a better job. Hunt for a high-value skill set. The market doesn't care about your years of loyalty, your college major, or your GPA. It cares about one thing. What problem can you solve, and how fast can you solve it? The bigger the problem, the fatter the paycheck. High-value skills like copywriting, sales, content creation, public speaking, coding, trading, social media branding, or digital marketing, they're money-printing machines. You don't need to master 10 skills, just one, with the confidence to charge for it. Real example, a guy learns video editing from free YouTube tutorials, starts offering services on Upwork, and within a year, he's pulling in $10,000 a month. No fancy gear, no degree, just focus and a skill in demand. Meanwhile, someone with a master's degree is still spamming job applications, waiting for a break. Takeaway: you're not underpaid, you're underskilled. Skills are the ultimate wealth hack because they're recession-proof, degree-proof, and gatekeeper-proof. Once you've got them, no one can take them away. But even with a stacked skill set, you'll stay broke if your mindset's broken. That's what we're tackling next. Truth number 9. Your mindset is either your million-dollar asset or your silent saboteur. Let's get raw. You don't have a money problem. You have a thinking problem. Money doesn't start in your bank account. It starts in your head. Poor mindset versus rich mindset. I can't afford that. Versus, how can I afford that? I'm bad with money. Versus, I can learn to master money. People like me don't. Versus, why not me? One mindset slams doors shut. The other hunts for keys to unlock them. Brutal truth. If you handed someone with a poor mindset $1 million, they'd blow it in a year. Why? Their mental operating system is still wired for broke. Wealth doesn't fix mindset. Mindset builds and protects wealth. Being broke is a temporary state. Being poor is a mindset that keeps you there. If you keep telling yourself, I'm just not good with money, you're giving yourself a free pass to stay broke. Rewrite the script. I'm learning to dominate my finances every day. Final note on mindset. The way you talk about money becomes the way you handle it. Want a better financial life? Change your inner narrative first. The results will follow. But mindset alone won't cut it, because real wealth is boring, and most people bail before the magic happens. Let's wrap this with the final truth. Truth number 10. Rich people do boring things relentlessly. Let's talk about something nobody wants to admit. In a world hooked on instant gratification, everyone wants to be rich, but nobody wants to be bored. That's the core problem. The path to wealth isn't a thrilling roller coaster. It's more like flossing your teeth. Necessary, repetitive, and kinda dull. True wealth is forged in the mundane. Budgeting every month, investing in index funds, tracking expenses, automating savings, saying no to impulse buys, reading financial books, learning skills, applying them, then doing it all over again, forever. The rich aren't playing blackjack. They're playing chess with spreadsheets. Why do 99% fail? They get bored and quit. They chase dopamine hits instead of discipline. Month 1, excited about investing. Month 3, losing steam. Month 10, what portfolio? Meanwhile, the 1% treat boredom like a secret weapon. Boring means predictable. Predictable means consistent. Consistent means compounding. Compounding means wealth. It's not glamorous, but it works. Example, invest $500 a month in an index fund. Year 1, snooze. Year 5, mildly intriguing. Year 10, life-changing. That's the power of doing the same dull thing over and over while others get sidetracked by shiny trends. Final mindset shift. Wealth isn't about thrills, it's about execution. Want a rich life? Master the fundamentals and never quit. And now you know why 99% never get rich. Not because they're lazy, but because they're busy chasing the wrong goals, expecting the right outcomes. But you're different now. So let's close this out. You've just unlocked 10 game-changing truths about money that most people will never grasp. Now you face a choice. Close this video and scroll to the next distraction, or apply what you've learned and rewrite your future. If you're committed to taking action, drop "I will be rich" in the comments so I know you're for real. And if you want to keep mastering the art of building wealth quietly and escaping the trap 99% are stuck in, check out the next video where we break it down step by step and reveal exactly how it's done. So we'll see you there.